Halt! This is Puerto Isabella, under the protection of Commandant Sebastiano of the Inquisition.
Well, I'm in the right place then.
Just a moment, pirate. What's your business here?
I'm looking for help in the fight against Captain Crow.
Crow? You really think you're good enough to take him on?
That's why I'm looking for help.
But how do I know you're not here as one of his spies? Or maybe you're in league with the savages. The whole city could be in danger just because I let you in. You see my problem?
Look, I'm not here to cause trouble.
And you can prove it by paying me a good conduct fee.
A good conduct fee, as proof of my good intentions, right?
Exactly. Your genuine villain would try to bluff or threaten his way in. But an honest man would happily pay up and then go about his business without any trouble.
That sounds a lot like someone asking for a bribe. I wonder what the Commandant would have to say about that.
Give me a break. I'm just trying to help you out here.
You could help me out by just letting me in.
All right, you can go in. You'd best report to Commandant Sebastiano straight away. But remember the rules. Pistols holstered, and keep your hands off other people's property.
I'll give it a try.
See that you do. Oh, and welcome to Puerto Isabella.
You look like a man in need of a drink. I don't know you, do I, love? It's not often one sees a new face round here.
And whom do I have the pleasure of addressing?
A man with manners. Now that is a very rare thing round here. I'm Sophia. A pleasure to meet you, darling.
What brought you here?
Didn't have much choice, love. The old empire's in ruins. Miguel and me, we saw the writing on the wall in Caldera, so we took the first ship out.
Tell me more about Arborea.
Well, it's a big old place, Arborea. You can find most things you need here on the Sword Coast. It's not the safest place in the world, but we've got the Inquisition to protect us.
I'd like to know more about the Sword Coast.
Fire away, love.
Why is this spit of land called the Sword Coast?
God, blimey, love. What a question to ask.
You don't know.
I suppose. Well, on the map it looks curved. A bit like the blade of a cutlass. Could be worse. They could have called it the Pork Sword Coast.
Why wasn't this coast destroyed?
I don't know. But just because it hasn't been destroyed doesn't mean it's not dangerous. But we've got the protectors to patrol the place.
Is it dangerous?
Well, there's wild animals for starters. Monkeys and jaguars and what have you. And then there's the Shaganumbi. Savages who live somewhere inland. We don't trade with them.
But you let them work for you.
Any you see round here are slaves, love.
I could use a proper drink, yeah.
No one goes thirsty at my place. What can I do for you, love? Grog, is it?
What else have you got apart from grog?
Take a look, love. I'll exchange most things. But where treasure's concerned, I can pay you in gold.
Sounds pretty good.
Anything else you want to know, love? You only have to ask.
What treasure can you find here?
The old temples are filled with gold and jade. Statues, idols, masks. Any man brave or stupid enough to go looking for treasure can end up very rich.
Or very dead.
Of course, if it's gold you're after. I've got a job needs doing. It's not exactly a risk-free proposition, mind.
Is there anything particular you want to trade?
Well, since you ask, love, I can always use a few decent bottles of wine. Not so long ago, the storehouse wasn't guarded very well. Most of the wine got liberated.
What's that got to do with me?
Almost everyone round here has a bottle stashed away somewhere. If you find one, I'll pay you well for it. What'd you say?
How many bottles do you need?
5 will do me, but I'll take whatever you can find.
I'll see what I can lay my hands on.
Good. I'll be right here, love. And if you're looking for someone, you'll probably find him here.
Nothing I can do.
Hey, you know anything about a Gucho called Crow?
Balava? You want to talk? I am hungry. Bring me meat, then we will talk.
Maybe not a good idea. I'll see what I can find.
You're looking at the guns? Beauties, aren't they? The muzzles were especially cast for this expedition. Got a much longer range than most deck guns.
Nice.
Nice. Nice! What do you see here are the finest cannons ever made on Caldera.
You're the cannoneer, right?
Is it that obvious?
Just a bit.
Understatement of the year, right? Fact is, sometimes I get a bit carried away. Cannons are my life, though. I love them. You, know much about the sea? You look like a sailor.
I served under Captain Steelbeard.
The Steelbeard? You're a pirate? You've been in sea battles, then? I'd love to be in a real sea battle, me.
Why are the cannons facing seaward?
We've got muskets to keep the Moluccas at bay. But what if a ship comes? Crow's tried his luck already, cheeky bastard. But the Black Betty gave chase and sunk him.
Are those all the cannons?
No, there's more on the towers. So we can catch the enemy in crossfire, see?
Have you ever served aboard ship?
Of course. Cooped up in the dark, being pitched this way, rolled that way. Takes a master cannoneer to fire off a good shot in that sort of situation.
Yes, I'm Miguel, storehouse master here at Puerto Isabella. And what can I do for you?
Have you goods you can sell me?
No, my wife Sophia handles that.
I thought you were the storehouse master.
Like I don't have enough to do, all the paperwork and stock keeping. And since Alcazar instituted rationing, everything has to be double-checked. Bookkeeping's a very nerve-wracking business, you know. Anything goes wrong and it's me who gets blamed.
Maybe they should pay you danger money.
I just want people to appreciate how much work all this takes.
People. They really are a bunch of ungrateful bastards.
You said it, my friend, you said it. You seem to be a man who gets around.
You could say that.
There are some cargo crates lying on the beaches. It's all stuff that's been washed ashore at some point.
And you want me to bring them to you?
I'll reward you handsomely for it. So think about it.
Why the rationing?
Purely a precautionary measure. It's all because of that pirate Crow. Until we know how much of a threat he is, it's best to be careful. Who knows how long we might be here.
What do you know about Crow?
He just suddenly appeared offshore one day and attacked one of our outposts. Only Alcazar's quick action saved the colony from being looted.
What did he do?
Seized and sank Crow's ship. Pity about the provisions aboard. We could have used them.
So what's Crow up to now?
He's lost his ship, but he's still somewhere out there in the jungle. Pirates. There's no end to the trouble they cause. So I'd be careful if you're planning on going out there. Alcazar's playing a waiting game with him. That's why we're on rations.
This colony, quite a place.
It's a foothold, really. A base to expand out into the rest of the continent. The lowest level is in the harbor, where you'll find a gate and the storehouse. It's forbidden for you to go there, though, or onto the ship. The central level's the craftsmen and pig farmers. Commandant Sebastiano and his protectors are up top in the garrison. Anything else I can do for you?
Where am I allowed to go?
Not into any of the buildings, particularly the storehouse or the ship.
And the garrison?
You'd have to see Commandant Sebastiano about that.
Any other entrances into this place?
A path through the valley to the central level, guarded, of course. And then there's the main gate up near the garrison.
That's guarded too?
You even have to ask?
No, I haven't got time right now.
Hello?
Yes, young fella, what is it?
Are you the blacksmith?
Hammer, apron, anvil. Any of that starting to say blacksmith to you? Another bloody idiot. Can't be any worse than those protectors, though. The state they keep their weapons in. Bloody disgrace, so it is. And who do they blame, huh? Who has to fix them?
Perhaps I can help.
You? A blacksmith?
I could learn.
You'd be better off learning to dress properly. But I could use help with these swords.
Could you teach me your craft?
Tricks of the trade, eh? That'll cost, mind. I'm not here doing this for the good of my health. And no haggling. I can't be bothered with that bloody long-winded nonsense.
Shiny. What have you got?
I don't like browsers. Are you buying?
If they're any good, I might be.
Well, take your time. It's not like I've got more important things to do than wait on you.
What have you got for sale? Maybe not.
Put that away, or you might need it.
Looking for Tito? That's me. Tito the Butcher.
They need butchers out here?
They do if they want the best kinds of meat. If you're hungry and have gold, then I'm your man.
Is meat all you've got?
Aye. You can buy weapons from the smith or from Webster's. But if it's pork you're after...
Just pork?
Just about. It's not my fault, mate. Blame the rationing. But I can make you up a nice package. Pork steaks, pork chops, pork belly... all the good stuff.
Okay, I'll take a package of meat.
This is just between you and me, all right?
What is it you're after, young sir? Pistols, bullets, or powder? More bangs for your buck. That's what Webster provides.
Do you sell muskets too?
Ah, the noble musket. The very thing a discerning young gentleman needs by his side. But woe betide you if your weapon ends up in the wrong hands.
So do you have any?
Of course. But I can't sell muskets to any young gentleman who walks in off the street. I need Commandant Sebastiano's consent first.
What's Sebastiano's consent got to do with anything?
It seems the young gentleman hasn't been paying attention. The savages are giving us enough trouble as it is, to say nothing of the pirates. If they should get their dirty hands on our muskets, well, who knows what might happen?
Show me what you've got.
Well, well, look what the tide dragged in. The pirate.
You know who I am?
It's not exactly a big place. News travels fast.
All for me. Do you know anything about this area?
Enough to know that you need to watch yourself out in that jungle valley.
Why is that?
'Cause if the animals don't eat you, the Moluccas will. Bloody savages, the lot of them.
They're cannibals?
They're savages. Isn't that the same thing? Uno, palava. Nothing I can do.
No, I don't have time right now.
No, I don't have the time right now.
A pirate on the loose in Puerto Isabella? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't have you clapped in irons.
I want to kick Captain Crow's ass. And here's the place I find some men to help me do the kicking.
But you're a filthy pirate, the same as Crow.
Filthy maybe, but I've got a mission. Are you with me? Or are you too busy sitting on your own backside to go kick someone else's?
We'll kick any pirate's ass, Big Mouth. Just as soon as Commandant Sebastiano tells us to.
Then that's who I need to talk to.
Don't worry, you'll get your chance soon enough. You may speak with the Commandant. And mind you keep a civil tongue while you're about it.
You! What are you doing here? Don't you have a mission on Tacarigua?
I'm looking for Crow. He's got the weapon I need.
That devil! We sank his ship! Not that he was aboard at the time, confound the man. Now my scouts tell me he's in cahoots with the Moluccas. Gone to ground in some heathen temple of theirs. The Earth Temple, I think they call it.
Maybe not a good idea. And what if the weapon had been aboard?
That weapon is the devil's work. Bottom of the sea's the best place for it. I doubt Crow would have gone anywhere without it anyhow. All he left aboard the Ghost was a skeleton crew. All dead now, of course. Except for one prisoner, Hawkins.
I'll deal with Crow.
I've had the temple under surveillance. Trust me, you can't do it alone.
Then join with me.
My duty is protecting Puerto Isabella, not attacking heathen temples.
You won't have to. I can do that.
You want me to hand over my protectors and leave Puerto Isabella undefended?
Have you any idea what they're up to in the temple?
There's only one reason Crow would be interested in these Moluccas. Black magic. It couldn't be anything else.
A few good marksmen are all I need.
But you didn't sail here alone? Where are your pirate chums?
Guarding the ship.
Drinking themselves into oblivion, more like. Miserable rabble. As ever, when there's heroes' work to be done, it's all down to the Inquisition.
You're the best, after all.
It goes without saying that the Inquisition is a superior force. But if we can't follow orders, we're no better than a rabble. Discipline. That's what it's all about.
I have my orders too.
Good man. I sent a chap to scout out the temple. Let's see what he has to say first. His name's Venturo. Find out what he has to report. Then I'll decide if I'm going to help you.
Where are your scouts?
At the Earth Temple, where Crow's hiding out. Go to the gate next to the garrison. Aguilar will fill you in.
Has Hawkins told you anything?
No. He's played it dumb thus far, the insolent dog. A fellow pirate might have more luck loosening his tongue, though. Just make sure he knows what's coming to him if he doesn't start talking.
I'll have a word with him.
Be my guest. You'll find him at the foot of the garrison tower.
I need a better weapon.
The quality of our blades is justly renowned, but I think our muskets will be of interest to you.
What have you got for me?
Fine blades can be forged from copper. And should you need pistol ammunition, you can stock up at Webster's. But you'll want a musket above all else. Alcazar, we might have to send a few chaps on a special mission.
Yes, sir. Come.
Hey, you!
I need to find Venturo.
You're miles off in that case.
So far as I know, he's somewhere around the big temple.
Well, you're gonna have to find your way there first. Go and see Torres. He'll stop you getting lost. Head out in that direction and follow the path to the crossing. Keep going straight on from there, and you'll soon see a tower. That's where Torres is. He'll show you the way. But stay on the path if you don't want to end up worm food.
What we got here, then? Pirate, are you?
That a problem?
Only if you're one of Crow's men, but you're not, are you? You can stop and warm yourself if you like, just don't make any trouble.
What are you doing out here?
Guarding the prison tower.
Prison tower?
Yeah, just further back there. We're holding some Malacca who got picked up by a patrol.
Why did you lock him up?
Orders! A few days in the clink and they're soon meek as lambs. Gets them ready for when we put them to work for us. Speaking of work, you looking to earn a bit of gold?
What do you want me to do?
I'm starving, but I can't go get some food until my relief gets here. That could be ages yet, and my belly isn't going to wait that long.
So you want me to go get you food?
Right, I've got this gold statue. Take it to Tito and swap it for a parcel of meat.
Okay, it's a deal.
Great. Here's the statue. And don't take too long, all right? I'm famished.
Here's your meat.
Oh, great. Thanks, mate. Yeah. Pork fillets, sausages, bacon. Worth every bit of gold you're due.
Is Venturo here?
No. You need to go a little further, into the Temple Valley.
Thanks.
But if he isn't there, you can follow the trail he leaves when he's in the jungle.
What signs?
Inquisition scouts leave them to mark out a trail. You can follow the trail if you know what to look for.
So what do they look like?
You'll know them when you see them.
Which way is the Temple Valley?
Head back to the crossing and take the west path. Ignore the first turn left and go through the rocky arch.
Through the rocky arch. Got it.
Leave the path right after the arch and keep left. Then you'll be there. And watch out for Venturo's signs.
Hey,
Kapusheku, Cucho.
what happened to you?
No need to gloat, Cucho. I know it was my fault. Soon they'll be taking me to the stone camp. Careful, Cucho.
The cannonball sent one of the most persistent pirate captains to the bottom of the ocean. Afterwards, it was seized by the Inquisition and taken on all their major expeditions as a good luck charm. That's worth remembering.
Chops and steaks. Oh. I'll be right behind you. The only good beast's a dead beast. Chops and steaks. Oh. And what do you think you're up to?
No, I don't have time right now. I'm ravenous. Berries are all I've had for days.
No worries, I've got food to spare.
Seriously? Thanks, fella. You're a lifesaver.
What are you doing out here?
Alcazar sentenced me to patrol the perimeter. Bastard said it would be good for me. A nice juicy steak, that'd be good for me.
Why were you sentenced?
Someone had left their food ration lying around. All I took was a couple of chipolatas. How was I supposed to know they were the Commandant's? Got anything to eat, fella? Anything, even a piece of cheese.
Don't you ever stop being hungry?
I'm a growing lad. I've got a fast metabolism, that's all. I'm all skin and bones, see? There's not an ounce of fat on me.
Here, have something to eat.
Cheers, fella.
Has anything been happening?
All quiet. No Moluccas. No pirates. Well, except you, of course. No, I don't. Great.
Venturo left a mark here. If I want to find him, I'll need to look for more marks like this. This mark points northwest, so Venturo didn't go to the temple.